Hello, and welcome to this month's coaching for small groups in my private Facebook group. I have to read it because I've changed the name so many times. In my Facebook group called Breakthrough Negative Thoughts to Heart's Desire in Work and Wellness. So every month there's going to be a short video, short lesson, and then the people in the group can type in their questions and get some guidance on what they're working on in their life. And then every month, the short presentation will be followed by a really, really nice guided relaxation. So tonight, I don't think there's any people watching live yet, but I will be sharing this with folks, the replay. And I'm hoping by next month we'll have some people in the group coaching program. More on that another time. So tonight's presentation is called Feeling Stuck and Anxious. Hypnotherapy helps you relax and get you what you want. So I just want to spend maybe 10, maybe a few more minutes than that, minutes on describing to you sort of how this all works. Why is hypnotherapy more helpful to you when you want to make a big change in your life than just regular goal setting or positive thinking or, writing down affirmations or all the different ways that we can make good changes in our lives. So I want to describe a little bit about what the hypnotic state feels like, because there is a lot of misinformation about that. So basically the feeling is, and when you watch the replay, wherever you see it, wherever I end up posting it, just type your questions down below in the comments and I will come back and answer them. It's an internal feeling. You're more tuned in to your present moment, to inside of yourself, not as aware of everything going on around you. And it's a slower brainwave state than we're in day-to-day life. So alpha brainwave is where you're more creative, more open to suggestion, less anxious. And it's that feeling of daydreaming. You go through this brainwave state every morning when you wake up and every night when you go to sleep. The difference is with a hypnotherapist, they're guiding you through it through a guided relaxation. Beta brainwaves are faster. It's what I'm in right now. I'm talking fast and I'm aware of the lights and the air conditioner and the phone and my notes and all sorts of things. Beta brainwave is faster. It's a little more anxious of a state. It's very alert. But we're not really that creative and we're not always that good about solving problems. Theta is where you're deeply relaxed. It's that very daydreaming state. It's sort of stage 1 of sleep. But you're still somewhat aware of what's around you. You're even more suggestible to hypnotic suggestions. Stage hypnosis is very different than hypnotherapy. I've never learned how to do hypnotist type of work. I was trained as a certified hypnotherapist 30 years ago. I didn't really want to learn the stage stuff. It kind of in some ways gives hypnotherapy a kind of a weird vibe name. But anyway, back to the theta brainwaves. You're much more relaxed. Delta is when you're in a deep sleep. REM sleep, I believe, is delta, and the brain waves are very slow. So when we grow up, we're taught certain things about the world and about ourselves. As we get older, we don't always consciously remember what those lessons are or were. So one way you kind of know that there's something deeper operating is when you say that you want Z, whatever Z is. You want to be self-employed and love what you do and make a certain amount of money per year. Or you want to stop smoking, or you want to find the love of your life or lose weight or whatever it is. You want to make a big change. And you know you want it, but you're not doing steps U, V, W, X, and Y to get to Z. And so, sometimes people call this self-sabotage. and you don't get the disconnect between what you're doing and what you really want. Well, more than likely, your deep-seated beliefs about yourself and the world and what you deserve and your self-worth are operating, and they're in your way. So the neat thing about hypnotic work and hypnotherapy is that we can go into that deeper place with a skilled practitioner who knows what they're doing, and we can start transforming them. We can start breaking through some of the barriers, some of the self-doubt, some of the insecurities, some of the things that are stopping us in our tracks. And one really neat thing about the subconscious mind, and I have never forgotten this sentence, and I went through my schooling in 91, 92, that's a long time ago, is that your body does not know the difference between a real event or something that you're vividly imagining. So when you put yourself in the future time, already having achieved your goal, already being healthier, already being happier, already all the things that, are going to come from achieving your goal, your body and your brain start acting as if that's really true. So you draw more opportunities to yourself, you notice things that are going to help you, you have more confidence in yourself because look at what you've already accomplished. The challenge is we are very, show it to me, I want to see it, I want to touch it, I want to feel it, I want to hear it, I want to smell it, and if we can't, we don't believe it. And so a lot of times we'll say, I'll believe it when I see it. But the thing with making these changes in your life, you need to believe it first, be open to it first, be confident in your ability first. Then you can create it. You need to have those happy, upbeat feelings first, and then you will achieve it. So what we do in the hypnotic work is we do some relaxation to lessen worry and stress about your current situation. And then we start planting seeds of the new way, of how you feel having achieved your heart's desire. And we break through things that come up that are in your way. Typically you need more than one session. It's not something we just accomplish, boom. That's why I think sometimes those one session stop smoking programs, it's not quite enough. But anyway, so that's the basic premise of this. When you are in your day-to-day life, there is a part of your brain that weeds out the things that are not important in that moment and helps you focus on the information coming in that is important. It can be helpful for survival if there's a bad event happening. It's called the reticular activation system, or activating system. I always get those two mixed up. And what you are believing and thinking about, you are seeing out in the world around you. So for example, if you believe, I never get opportunities, nothing ever works out for me, you know what? You're not going to be getting ideas and being creative and having things, opportunities fall in your lap. But if you believe, and I'm going to read the sentence because I wrote this down earlier today, it's already starting to help me, which is pretty cool. And that sentence is, I get guidance, or I receive guidance and opportunities everywhere I look. So that's a pretty nice belief. And whatever you're thinking about and focusing on, you're going to pick those things out from all the data. Quick example. My dad back in the 80s was giving me an older Chrysler LeBaron convertible. Never heard of Chrysler LeBarons in my life. It was white. It was gorgeous. It was maroon upholstery. I don't think it was leather. And all of a sudden, when we had scheduled that car to be driven cross country to me, everywhere I looked, not everywhere I looked, I saw a lot of Chrysler LeBaron convertibles. And I had never noticed them before. I didn't even know what it was. So it just started popping up in my eyes, in my attention. So I want to just say one or two more things, and then we're going to do our guided relaxation. I'm just going to check my notes because I didn't really rehearse this. I just wanted to share some thoughts with you. And I'm just going to see if there's anything else I want to say. Not really. If you have questions or if there's something I totally skipped over, just send me a private message or write it in a comment, and I'd be happy to fill in some of the blanks. And like I said, if you want to learn more about this group coaching program, your first month is free, which is great. It's a lesson once a month followed by a relaxation, sort of like tonight, but more in depth. And then every week there's a short lesson about how to, make some big changes. So I think that's a good place to stop. If I skip something, we can always come back to it. So what I'd like to do right now, we're going to do, probably a 10 to 15 minute guided relaxation. I'm a little worried about making it too long because I want to be able to share it on certain pages for people that weren't here live. So I'll just get started. It's going to be between 10 and 15 minutes. So go ahead and get comfortable. Kind of settle into your couch or your sofa or your bed. Take some nice deep breaths. Breathing in and out. And in and out. And just notice, you can close your eyes anytime you want. Just notice how the surface beneath you is supporting you. And if you feel anywhere in your body that's tight or tense, that you're holding, just exaggerate that tension and then let it go. Feeling a little bit heavier in your chair, wherever you are. And breathing in and out. And as you may realize, don't do this exercise if you're driving or you're taking care of somebody that might need you every second. This is when you have 10 to 15 minutes to put aside to just relax and breathe and be in the present, realizing there's nowhere you need to go. There's nothing you need to accomplish, that you're just going to let yourself be. So as you continue to settle in, I invite you to imagine yourself either on a beach or in a garden, somewhere really peaceful and pleasant. And as you start to use your imagination, I'm just going to do a very light, hypnotic, guided relaxation. I'm just going to start counting down at 5. So you might see the numbers written in the sand and washed away by the waves. Or you might be stepping down stepping stones in the garden. Whatever comes to your mind, if nothing at all, that's fine. Just starting your journey to feel more and more relaxed at 5. Breathing in and out. 4. If your mind gets busy and starts judging me or judging yourself or thinking about other things, just bring it gently back to your breath after you realize, I'm thinking. Without judgment, without trying to stop it, just return to your breath in and out, moving down from 4 to 3. letting concerns go, knowing you can come back to them later. When we relax, we're more creative and we come up with better ideas. Moving now down to 2. Nice deep breath. And exhaling, arriving at 1. If this is your first time doing anything like this with me, you'll probably stay pretty aware of what's going on just because it's new. If you're a current client of Coaching for Change, or you've done this before, you'll probably relax a little bit deeper because you're not concerned. Whatever you do, whatever's best for you is fine. Taking a few minutes to continue to imagine yourself in one of your favorite places. Could be a place that you've been before. Could be a place that you make up in your imagination as you go along. Or it could be a place that you've read about. It doesn't matter. You get to design it. You're the architect. You get to decide what colors you see in your special place. What kind of sounds are you hearing in your special place? Are they sounds of nature? Music? Voices? If it's something you don't like, you can change it. What kinds of activities do you enjoy in your special place? Maybe you're just relaxing in a hammock. Maybe you're swimming in your favorite lake. Whatever comes to your mind, and you can always change it. This is your creation. And then what kinds of sounds and feelings do you have there? Do you feel upbeat, relaxed, hopeful? What does it feel to imagine yourself in your special place? Remember, when you vividly imagine an event, even though it's not happening, your body, your psyche, your whole being gets the benefits of it. Just taking a minute now of quiet, and I'm going to close my eyes too, and just breathe in and out, listening to the sounds of the air conditioner, or if you're watching this in the winter, of the heater or the crackling fire. Maybe the sounds of birds outside. Just noticing the sounds you hear, both in your safe place. And sometimes the outside sounds will come in. You might hear my voice at times. There's other times it might fade away. Just letting yourself be. And as you get more and more relaxed, realizing you're more and more open to solutions to your challenges, to creative problem solving. So we can't really solve a problem at the same level that it was created in. That's paraphrasing what Einstein came up with. So I can't take credit for it. So when we go round and around in our rational mind, we don't come up with as much creative solutions as we can when we just breathe in and out, and in and out, opening up to wisdom, both in our safe, special place and after we're done, in the hours, days, and possibly weeks to follow. Being open to opportunities that will help you create your heart's desire in your life, and continuing to move through those old, outdated ways that have been planted deep in our minds that we're letting go of and transforming. Breathing in and out. Gently bringing your awareness back to our breath, to our safe place every time we get distracted. In the beginning, it's a little harder sometimes, and as you practice, it gets easier and easier. Nice deep breath in, and in a moment, you can turn off the video, or you can stay to the last minute of the video, and we're going to start returning to an outward awareness, moving into alpha and then beta brainwaves, starting at 1. 2. Feeling glad for whatever relaxation we're able to experience, whatever insights have come or will come. 3. Starting to stretch a little bit, moving your body, releasing any tension, moving up to 4. Yawning, deep breath, opening your eyes, returning, refreshed and relaxed at 5. So, once you watch this, I would love to hear how it was for you. Like I said, it wasn't rehearsed, so it was a little disjointed at times, but hopefully I got all of the information across to you. And like I said, reach out if you have any comments or questions. Thank you so much for attending and doing this with me. And Sherry River Maitland from Coaching for Change is signing off.